Welcome, my friends. Day 1991 in a row of the MarkinsPires show. Take a stroll out into the evening, all alone. You walk the globe, if that's what it really is. Put the top down, feel the wind blow through your hair. There's no road in front of you, yet they try to bring you down, and bring you down to the ground, down, yeah. They bring you down, down, yeah. They only wanna bring you down. Oh, they only wanna bring you down, bring you down. They won't let you find the light. They won't let you find me here every night. They only wanna bring you down. Yeah, you wanna bring it down, down, down. Bring you down, 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 yeah. You wanna bring you down, down. Say goodbye to the evil world. Say goodbye to the lies. Say goodbye to the freak show. Oh, everything is meant to bring you down. Bring you down. Oh, they only wanna bring you down, bring you down. They won't let you find the light. They wanna bring you down, 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 down. Everything's meant to bring you down. They're trying to keep your energy low. That greatness deep inside of you, I know it's hiding deep down below. And each and every day I show up to bring it out of you. They only wanna bring you down. You down, 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 bring you down, bring you down, down, bring you down, down, bring you down, down, down. They only wanna bring you down. In their lie of a narrative, don't you see that they divide us based on how unique you are and I am? Yes. Easy targets, they can pick us off one by one. They won't even know a thing. They won't know what hit them. They only wanna bring you down. Don't you see? They live in the negativity. they need you there. So they keep on pushing, they keep on driving, they keep on putting you down. Yeah, but I say shut off the negative. Yes, shut off the news. Oh, find the light wherever you can. Passion and love and light. Yeah, will you join me? Will you join me? You gotta bring it down, down. That's what they gotta do. They can't have me and you connecting, no. They bring us down, down, round. They bring you down, down, take you down, down. They gotta bring you down, down, round. Grab your popcorn and sit on the side, yes, 'cause it's all going down. Like the Titanic, yeah, they can't ever get to the shipwreck. Yeah, they're looking at it through the porthole, but they can't get down there, no. Bring you down. You wanna bring you down, down. You wanna bring you down, down. Bring you down to the ground, yeah. You gotta bring you down. To bring you down. Down under moonlight, the colors are changing right before my eyes. The people walking by in streaks, yes, they're moving too fast for me, yes. So time is flying by. The clock is ticking, yeah. The sand is dropping in the hourglass. We lift each other up. Oh, lift each other up. We lift each other. So what you gonna do with that information? You get up and go, get up and find you. You're looking for a diamond in the rough. Yeah, I know it's gonna be tough, but you can do anything you put your mind to. Let me show you. Let me show you. Lift each other lift each other up. Lift each other up. Open your eyes. All the answers are inside you. If you connect to the truth of where we begin, you and me, in the light, yeah, there was no fight, yeah, only love and affection, before it all came to an end. You can learn your philosophies, yeah, you can sit down, you can share the birds and the bees, yeah, no one really gives a damn, yeah. Here in the future, we can get all the information at our fingertips. Yeah, lift each other up. Lift each other up. Paint a picture, every color you can imagine under the sun. Yeah, you're still missing one. Oh, yeah, nothing's perfect. Yeah, you can think it may be, but nothing ever is. Yeah, there's that imperfection that is perfection too. Just a small few. We're challenged by all the compare. What you got, what I got, and what you want, and what I want, yeah. But none of it matters, no. 'Cause material things don't bring us joy. To the first splash of enjoyment, yeah. It's about the simple things. Love each other, lift each other up, lift each other up. Lift each other up. Lift each other up, yeah, yes. We got one chance to joy, yeah. Lift each other up, yeah. We lift each other up. There's one thing I can say to you, my friends. This has been a show about being true. lost in a Stone Age show. I'm here in this moment, you with me. Yeah, we're going to see where it takes us to the promised land. I ain't gonna step down, no gonna take stand, yeah, gonna find my way. We're gonna find the promised land, yeah. Be true, true, be true to you. The world around you, see you for you. Be true, true, be true to you, yeah. The world around you, see you for you. You can dig deeper than that. Don't ever be the scaredy cat. We got enough of them out there. I'm looking for some warriors to join me. Be true, true, be true to you. The world around you, see you for you. Be true, true, be true to you. The world around you, see you for you. Yeah, you see they want you to stay quiet. You see they don't want you to go out. They gotta take your guns. They gotta keep you on the sideline. No one ever knows what's coming. And if you do, they're gonna destroy you. Yeah, be true, true, be true to you. The world around you, see you for you. Be true, true, be true to you. The world around you, see you for you. Find peace in yourself. That's the ultimate wealth. They just keep you down, never lift you up. They want you to stay distracted while their plans enacted. I know you know what I'm doing. I never stop broadcasting to you. All you gotta do is show up, share, show. Yeah, call now, leave a comment there. Come back tomorrow. Be true, true, be true to you. Around you, see you for you. Be true, true, be true to you. Around you, I see you for you. Find peace in yourself. That's the ultimate goal. Be true, true, be true to you. The world around you, see you for you. Be true, true, be true to you. The world around you, see you for you. Be true, true, be true to you. The world around you, I see you for you. I'm singing truth, I'm singing it, it's coming out of me, yeah. When the Lord's speaking, yeah, he's singing like he's on the top of the mountain. Yeah, we're gonna tell you how you get away from the crazy world, yeah. Be true, true, be true to you. The world around you, see you for you. Be true, true, be true to you. The world around you, see you for you. Be true, true, be true to you. The world around you, see you for you. Be true, true. Be true, my friends. Be true. I don't know what this is, but we're going to try it. Down in the dirt. freaking Elgato. You know, I mean, when you have it and then it's not going to play along with you. What's that? Oh, sorry. Joanne says Zabrowski decided to take the night off. Yeah. I mean, he's been here every day since the beginning of the streak. And I think he's upset because he knows the streak's coming to an end, you know. And he's like, I'm protesting. Zabrowski. Sometimes you get a win, and sometimes you get a loss. And Matt Zabrowski, it's a loss. It's a loss tonight. I'm not sure. The streak ends for Zabrowski tonight. You know? Woo-hoo. Woo freaking who. Right? How's everybody doing out there? Renee Woods in the house. Melanie K. Andrea O'Neill. I see S. Coop. Good to see you guys. Thank you so much for being here. Virginia Barella. Oh, goodness. Leisure number 7. I'm scrolling back. Pamela Swan BDP. It's good to see you all. I hope you're having a good night. Zabrowski isn't here. Yep, Barella's leaving. Joanne, you better tell Zabrowski he's got to come with a double decker. Joanne, can you freaking stop wheezing? Call Zabrowski and tell him Barella's pissed. He's throwing an extra axe tonight. He's going for the target. Going for the bullseye. Usually he just goes for the 20, triple 20, you know. But tonight he's going for bullseye. Freaking Zabrowski, you know. So I hope you guys are doing well. It is 11:45. We've been at it for 30 minutes. I played you a couple of tunes with the most recent song, which I put out yesterday. Some edits that still have to take place there, but they want to bring you down, down. That's pretty fire. Down, down, down. And I wrote this one too. Down, 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 down. Right? Some pretty cool stuff there. Oh, goodness. Tons of songs. I'm working on more, obviously. I just can't get to any of it. It's just nuts. And I'm not even sure. Like, I think I got to put pause on all that stuff anyway and just focus on somehow releasing the stuff that has been edited, putting it out on albums and stuff, even if it's just a, altered future. But my daughter graduated today, which was really cool. 8th grade. She's going into 9th grade. My 9th grader's going into 10th grade. I have 2 kids in high school now. It's freaking mental. And that's just obviously like frightening in a way. Just like 2.5 years left, 3 years left for my son before he goes to college, then 4 before my daughter. And both of those I'm not equipped for at this point, So as a real estate agent, I got to sell a crap load of houses for 4 years from now to get ready for those bills. So that's a nice awakening today. So everything's kind of culminating at the same time. The streak is coming up to 2,000 days in a row. My kids graduating, moving forward. They're called moving up ceremonies, 9th grade, 10th grade. And, it's been interesting. It's been a crazy, crazy run for sure. But I'm not sure. I think I've attempted many times along the way to alter the show, to try different things, to make it about X, to make it about Y, to just do music, just do comedy, just do no politics. I did short form, long form, super long form. Movies. I've created feature films, different TV type shows, crazy, silly live improv comedies, live improv songs, 209 on iTunes. Many, many songs have been written here live in the moment. But I'm not sure. None of the strategies or layouts to a show have ever done anything different, It's all been the same result. And so, you get to a point where you start saying it must be you. It must just be you that's not taking, So, I don't know. I've given it a freaking run, man. I really have. And breaks my heart to end the streak, but I also know it's like I'll be here at 3,000 days in a row, and it will be just us, and that's just nuts. Ray Ridgway, how are you, my friend? So something has to shift. And most importantly, the shift has to be, again, kids in school. And I'm a realtor, and I'm a very, very good realtor. And I kind of lost sight of that while doing the show, assuming that the world would care about something like what we do here. But that passion that I put towards driving at this impossible mission has definitely hurt me for how I do make a living. And that can't happen. I got 3 kids. And so that's where I'm at a crossroads, unfortunately, where you have to, you can't act like, it's funny, like, I don't know who said it, but someone was like, you act like you're a trust fund kid, like, but you're not, like, and so you're like doing all this stuff, like, but you're not making money for it. So you're hurting yourself, because anybody who sees that saying to themselves, I can't use that guy. He's busy. He's got a show, or he's writing a song, or he's doing a comedy movie, or whatever that's my real estate agent, and I don't know. This is like the 4th time. I mean, I almost signed a record deal in 2007 before I got married, and that was probably my best chance to have people recognize my music and get out there. After inventing the only drum in the world for guitar players, you'd assume that would be another way. Never happened on that way. And first got to do a drone in Fairfield County. Thought maybe I got on the news for that, but that's like small term. Nobody gives a crap. But when you accomplish something like writing a song or an album or 16 albums, it's something. It's something at least I could put on and hang my coat on. But the reality comes back to, when someone says, "Hey, what's you selling songs?" And I'm like, "No, not at all. Not at all." 209 on iTunes and Spotify. I think there's like 21 people who listen to me on a monthly basis. Like, that's fucking ridiculous. And it's embarrassing too. Like when my kids and my wife are talking to me about this, like, dude, you're almost at 2,000 days in a row, and how many people watch on a daily basis, and how many songs have you sold, and how much money do you make each month from this? And I'm like, 0, 0, 0, 12, and it's discouraging, to say the least, frustrating, but it's embarrassing too when your kid who's like 15 is like, Dad, what are you going to do? You can't keep doing this, clearly. I mean, why would you keep doing that, And a 15-year-old having more common sense than me. But so that's basically very, very funny in a weird way, but it's not. It's also very, very upsetting, I see people that I maybe their formula's better. Maybe they're younger, or maybe people like them and there's like an appeal thing. I don't know. I have no idea what it is, but nothing's ever seemed to work for this show. And that's just what it is. So I at least stand on the fact that I created 4,600 pieces of content. I was getting a lot of flack today from them telling me I should erase basically everything, and just have real estate out there and just beat seat stuff. And they're not wrong. Like my son's like, why, if I were you, he's like, all I do all day long is talk about the beat seat, and I would talk about your real estate business. He's like, you invented the only drum in the world for guitar players. You patented that drum. It's a friggin' awesome drum. And anybody sounds better when they play that drum. So why are you writing sitting songs? You can't even see the drum. I have a single camera on me. I'm split camera. It looks like shit. And it's weird. It's awkward when I split camera things. Like there's my legs, but that's the makeshift studio we have here, where I green screen and throw the camera on, 2 cameras, and make it work. But he's not wrong. It should be a show about the beat seat every day. It's not about me. It's not about the songs, because those haven't taken at all. If there's 209 out there. If they ever do, then things can change. And that was what he said. He goes, look, get the beat seat out there. Start making a friggin' living for this. Because right now you're not making any money on doing what you're doing, and nobody seems to be interested, to come back. And, I think it's kind of interesting getting the perspective of a 15-year-old kid. You know, he's like, this is what my younger generation's into. He's like, they're not interested in whatever it is you're doing. He doesn't watch the show, but he's like, clearly, he doesn't think this show's shadow banned at all. He's just like, this is just the way it is. You know, like there's great content out there, but people just aren't interested in, for some reason, they're just not interested in watching that content. It's great if you get into it, but you know, just people aren't interested in what you do. And he's like, the music's great. Maybe you should just play music. Maybe you should just play Beat Seat. And I'm like, and the comedy, like I said, my comedy is very, very much an acquired taste. You have to watch my stuff for a while to be like, oh, I know what he's doing. I get that silly comedy he's getting to with his impressions. But if you just come across me for the first time and you hear me doing some sort of live improv comedy, you're probably just like, what the fuck, this isn't funny. Or maybe you are, I don't know. But to me, I think it's funny, but I don't know anything. I'm in a room by myself creating all this insanity for 2,000 days in a row. And it's been a hell of a friggin' journey doing it. You know? I mean, it's insane the amount of things that my creativity's gone to without regard, without fear or, you know, and that's probably a bad thing. You know, I had no fear about what people think of me, and the people who need to think about me and say, do I want to hire this guy for real estate? That's not what you do when you're a professional. You don't go out there and say, well, fuck it, I don't give a shit what anybody thinks. You can't do that when you need to make a living, you know? And so I came out here for 2,000 days in a row almost, optimistic that this show will explode. Never did. Which would have allowed me to continue to be the free-form person that I am and say, I don't give a frig what anybody thinks of me. I'm just going to be me every day and go live without a script. I tried it for 2,000 days in a row, and it has just obliterated me in every sense of the word, you know? It would have been a pretty cool thing if I said, I'm here almost 2,000 days in a row. My kid's in high school, and he's proud of the work I've created because I accomplished something, and enough people know about it. But that's not the reality. That's just, it's some people's reality, but not this consistent show's reality. But at the end of the day, the one thing I know is certain is I have no power over the other side of this camera. None. All I can do is either be satisfied that I come here every day and create something, a new piece of art. This is an art show, live art. And it's there. And, you know, for the history of time and la-di-da, fucking act like some artist who's like, you know, gonna just create. I don't give a shit if I have to live on the street. Or I say, you know what? No, I can't do that. I've done enough of it. It's there. There's so much content and no one's come across it yet. So it's got to breathe. And whether the show or the world misses me at all for a day or 5 days or whatever it is, or longer, I don't know. It's clear. It's pretty clear to me now. It's a necessity because no one appreciates what I do. And I'm not saying you guys know I love you and you guys appreciate what I do. I'm saying the one thing I always hear from people is like, you don't want to always give people everything every day, total access to you, because they're never going to want to come back because they're like, oh, I can go there anytime. And there's something about like leaving people wanting more. And I've never done that. I show up every freaking day. I do an hour plus every day. So I don't even know if anybody wants more. That's the thing. Because every day I've just shown up and given it, you know. So my brother was right. And I was wrong. I should have just swallowed my pride at day 1,000 in a row when I said I was going to quit then. And I said, you know, I'm done with this. Do it 1,000 days in a row. I can't reach the world. No, we'll soldier on. Well, we're here 9 days away from 2,000 days in a row. And the same awesome people are here, but maybe 1 or 2 more, 5 more after 1,000 days. And this is the craziest part. And this is why I'm like devastated. My son did the math. He was like just averaging, he goes like 3 hours a day.
He said, let's just call it 3 hours. Because, look, there were some days I was live for 6 hours. I did one show that was 8 hours and 27 minutes. I was trying to get to 10 hours as the 1,000th day in a row. I didn't get there. But I did 8 hours and 27 minutes. And so there was many 5-hour shows, 6-hour shows, because I thought in my mind, I didn't know how it worked. I was like, the longer I go on, the better the chances are that people will find this live creation show. I'm creating movies and songs live in the moment. Someone will come in at hour 3 or hour 4, hour 5. No, they didn't. They didn't even go back and watch it. But so like I did it, I soldiered through. So he just said on average, if you just call it 3 hours a day and you say over the 1,991 days, he goes, you've spent 13% of your last 5 years plus live on your show or putting on a show to fucking no one. 13% of my life in the last 5 years. 13%. I said, that's amazing. That's how many people show up and watch me every day. How mental. And then you have to wonder, what the fuck is wrong with you then, dude? That you'd keep going, taking that fucking hammer in the face every day. For 1,991 days, seeing the same result every day after you put out another piece of art, a new piece of music, a passionate song. So, it's a sad thing. But even like before I went live, he goes, 9 more days. I'm like, fuck. Yeah, you're right. You're right, kid. That's, Melanie, that means a lot, because that is the motto of the show. The motto is to affect a positive change one person at a time, and I hope that was you somewhere along the way that I did affect a positive change in your life. Whatever day it was you found me, I'm sorry if today it's a little off the rails, but the emotions are starting to run for me, 9 days from stopping a 2,000 day in a row streak. It's freaking crazy that I got this far. There's been many days that I shouldn't have gotten on the air. One day I got on at like 11:59 and 37 seconds. I was like, the streak's over. I can't get on. And I finally got on like right before I went to midnight. And, I left many parties and stuff to make sure I kept the streak going. Left friends and, it's just, you think about it. You start thinking about the sacrifices, the energy you put out. 13% of my life is here on YouTube for the last 6 years, almost 6 years. Oh, can't believe that stat. When he said that, I was like, oh my goodness. 13%? I haven't made a fucking penny for any of it? Who does that? I'm not a 25-year-old. I put 13% of my existence into this show since December 31st, 2018. Never able to reach a crowd. And I just kept doing it. Let me go on again tomorrow. I'm going to go on for longer. Let me do this. I mean, I got to say, during the pandemic, when we were all at home, there was not much you could do anyway. You know what I mean? So I went live like crazy. I went live twice a day a lot. There's morning shows like crazy. At the time, it wasn't really a green screen show. It was just like I had a backdrop, and I just went like whatever. Dick Facce came to the surface, but all of a sudden the show shifted from positivity to positivity music and comedy, and that's kind of where it stayed. It stayed there from there on out, and then we did little shifts, but it was always whatever the hell I felt like that day I did. I didn't have any script. I never have. I don't think I ever will. Whatever happens when we move forward after the streak is over, I'm going to continue to just show up here and go push record, push play, go live. But I do think I'm going to have to figure out something. I mean, my son's thought, he's like, if I were you, he's like, I'd put a big, post on your page that says, I'm done with YouTube. I'm never going live again on this channel, and just shut it off. And he's like, 'cause it's not helping you. You need to make a living. And he's not wrong. Fucking 15-year-old. He's nailing it, But, the hardest thing for me is when I hear all that and I'm like, yeah, I know, he's right. And then I think about this. I just wrote this 2 weeks ago and I made a music video about it. Like, how could I go from all of this stuff we're talking about when this is the stuff I'm creating every single day?
The sunrise, the sunsets, yeah, you're doing what you can to keep a smile all on your face. You don't got much of an option, oh, so you gotta flow, keep your energy up. Yeah, you're looking for, oh, another opportunity. When you start up paddling, catch the wave as it comes on in. Swim along.
All right, I'm not going to listen to the whole thing, but I just wanted to explain. I mean, like, that's what makes this very hard for me. It's like, if I don't hit the air, I mean, I'm not going to write another song that day. But it's like, but for what reason? For your art? You got enough of it, dude. You got enough beautiful songs that no one's listening to. You gonna write another one for no one to listen to? Spend another 3-4 hours editing it so no one listens to it? So 60 people hear it over the next year? Like 15,500 subscribers on YouTube that don't see anything I post? Like, what? So that's where this is difficult for me, because what I think is good may not be good at all. My music may fucking blow. I don't know, because I don't have anybody listening to it. 21 on Spotify. So my son is wise, well beyond his years, and I'm going to I'm going to just try what he has to say, because I've tried everything else, and everything else I've tried has been a failure as far as trying to break through to enough of a crowd that I can safely just make anything and be like, okay, I'm supplementing real estate. That was the original intent of this show, was to figure out how to supplement, or just, I mean, honestly, the perfect idea was explode the show so I could stop being a realtor and do this for you guys every day for the rest of my life. But I've just been doing it every day of my life for 5+ years and not making anything. So like, I'm doing the thing that I should be doing and getting paid for, but I don't get paid for it, and I have to stop. And that's just because it's not the perception that I need going out into the world, that I don't focus on my real estate business, which is not true. I do. But if I'm not able to get clients, guys, if I can't get new business, like if I don't even have people who watch my show saying, hey, I'm selling and buying a property in Tennessee or in Florida, then I got 3 kids and a wife. I got to somehow put food on the table, and real estate is getting harder every single day. So yeah, I can write a song about anything in the moment. Give me 3 words, I'll write you a song like you just heard. But no one wants to hear it after I do. No one wants to buy that song or go to Spotify and be like, oh, I could listen for over a day straight without closing my eyes to sleep to Mark Pires music. But I don't fucking care. Or they do, or they just don't know how to find it. I don't know, because it's pretty confusing that my name is MarkinsPires, but my name is Mark Pires on iTunes and Spotify. Oh, thank you, Iowa guy. Good to see you. But, honestly, it's like, this is the hardest thing for me, is having to talk through all of my feelings and understand it all. Because I don't talk this out. When I'm not on the air, I'm not discussing this. It's in my head. And then I'm hearing shit from my 15-year-old or and it's just like you start you start looking at it from this perspective of like from them, and you're like, dang, my intention was to be successful here so my kid could be proud of what I've done since I started this, Instead of being like, dude, Dad, your LinkedIn says nothing about, it's all about like host of the longest running show. He's like, you're not making any money at that show. Take it off. And I'm like, what? He's like, get rid of it completely. Then I go on to LinkedIn and switch my whole description. There's no more mention of my show because no one watches it. Why would I sit there and make it a big deal? He's like, you being the inventor of the only drum in the world for guitar players that you patented is below the fact that you've been live on YouTube to zero. And he says that affectionately. So I did. I pulled it off. It's gone. I have to go on and update the YouTube. I don't mention that I'm a real estate agent in my YouTube description. I didn't even realize that until he was doing a little... The kid's a genius. He's like looking at everything that is me. He's like, why is your shit say this? Why is this say this? You're talking about... One of the things says Renaissance Man still. He's like, what is that? He's like, why did get rid of it all? He's like, no, but you're someone's going to come and look at you buying real estate or selling real estate. And then they see you doing Batman. They see you doing like Dick Facce and Shark Tank and all these things. He's like, you got to get rid of it all. And I'm like, man, my 15-year-old kids tell me to erase all my content. And I'm like, you don't understand that you're saying that, but you don't know what it's like. You have never created anything in your life. And you're telling me to erase art because it may give someone the wrong impression. Like, oh, this guy's not focused. No, I was freaking live because the world was shut down and I create. That's what I do. And so now I just have I have so much content from all those shows. I never have to go live again and I can put out content for the rest of my life every day. I have so much stuff I have to go back and just pull from shows. They may suck. I don't know. I haven't gone back to look at any of it, but it's all there. 1,991 days. But again, he's speaking truth from love. He's not saying it because he's being mean. He's saying it because he really wants me to be successful. And his perspective is, I wouldn't do anything except talk about the beat seat. He's like, I go on the air and all I would be doing is playing beat seat, talking about the beat seat, explaining details, doing videos of how it works, pushing the link on the screen, selling beat seats live. Hey, I'm a realtor. Remind people you're a realtor. He's like, stop everything else. He's like, I do that every day. Just beat seat. Every single day. He's like, you have an invention. Go make it a living. Go do that. Go to the trade shows. He's like saying all this stuff to me. He's like, you got to go to every trade show and just sitting out there and you've got beat seats. You're selling them. Maybe that's the show. Or I'm live and I'm just at some freaking outdoor trade show talking to people about the beat seat. I don't know. But the point is, the ideas are things I'm not doing right now. I mean, I do play the beat seat every day, but I'm sitting here jamming out and you hear a beat seat. I'm not talking about the beat seat. I'm not focused on the beat seat is the whole show every day. Hey guys, check out this new drum. It's the beat seat. It's the only drum in the world for guitar players. I don't do that. And I don't want to be a sales show, but he's not wrong. No one gives a crap at a grand scale to see my show. So why would, if you can't do it to be successful to a point where you can make a living at it, you can't do it, Dad. And he's not wrong. He's not wrong. I've been wrong. And I've been wrong while also writing ridiculously beautiful songs and I think funny comedies. But if it doesn't take, you can't do it. We're not living in a world where you can do your hobbies when you're not able to kill it at your profession. You got to kill it. You got to go out there and kill it. He's in prep school. My daughter's going to high school next year. That's 4 years. They're both in college. Like, what? This time is flying by. In 5.5, almost 6 years, I've been here every day. 13% of my existence I put into this show over the last 5+ years. And that's what pisses me off the most. It's like, I got to now just erase it all and like a realtor and beat seat. I forget about all the other things I can do. Kind of sucks. But this is the world I live in. This is the world I live in. I can't control what people want to see, but they don't want to see a guy who could do everything. They want to see pointed stuff. They want to see a guy who talks about his invention every day. They want to see someone who just writes songs all day, every day. They want to see someone who just does comedy all day, every day. And that's it. They're like, oh, that's the comedy guy, or that's the music guy, or that's the passion and positivity guy. But they just can't. Like, he's like, we don't have the attention span of my generation to be able to know that today you could be creating a full movie. Tomorrow you may write 3 songs. The day after that you may be ranting and talking about the crazy world we live in and how it's upside down. Left is right. I don't know what I'm going to do. But he's like, nobody has that type of attention span. And Jim said that here too. He's like, Mark, you got to make it more pointed. Just one thing. People don't have the ability to separate anymore. Variety show, no one gives a shit. You know, if they did, we'd have 270 people here every day. We had 2,700 people here every day. But we've never gotten more than 100. Ever. 15,500 people. So, look, I love you guys. Thank you so much for being here. You guys are awesome. And I hate getting into the negative side of it, but unfortunately, it's like, I have to do this. This is like something I want to do. I want to go live every day for the rest of my life. I want to reach enough people that I could do that. I've tried. I did the No Politics News for the first 6 months of 2024. Didn't take. I went out in the morning every day. No one even watched the replay. It's like some of those shows have 35, 45 views. I'm like, God, they were so funny. To me, I don't know. Live improv news comedy. I don't know if they're funny, but they're there. But that's what I was hoping. I was like, okay, look, the night show, obviously I'm on when everybody's on. There's times when like Wages is on and Marfugel's on and everybody's on and I'm on every single day for 5+ years during that time block. And yeah, I get it. People are going to see Marfugel. They're going to see Wages before they come see me. And so I was like, I'll do the morning. Nobody's on in the morning. At least the people who want to see me at 11 or 10:30 at night, they can catch the show when I'm on at 9 in the morning and just anytime during the day. And then by the time I get there at night, I'll see at least the same amount of people who watch the night show, saw the morning show, even if it was for a second, just to leave a comment and say, you know, see what it was about. And then that night show comes, you know, but it was like, there's no connection. Like you'd see very few views and then the same people would seem to show up at night. So I was like, I don't know, guys. The one thing I know for sure is I'm absolutely horrible at marketing. I'm the worst. Right? I mean, I invented the only drum in the world for guitar players. I don't know how to get it out to the world. I write all these songs. I don't know how to get it out to the world. I'm on every single day of the year. I don't know how to get the show out to the world. Like, I'm the worst at marketing. If I was good at it, you guys would know me. If I was good at it, we'd have 2,700 people here on a daily. I'm freaking horrible at it. All I could do is take out this guitar and create songs live in the moment on a drum that I invented and patented. That's it. That's all I could do. I don't know how to do anything else. I could share, but it doesn't seem to matter. But I don't really have friends. You know? I mean, if I did, I'd probably see them here. You know? But I don't even have, like, friends that I know that come and watch the show I've been on for 5+ years. Like, people I know. So, what does that say? I don't know. It all basically tells me I'm the worst, like in some way, you know? Goodness. But like I said, maybe I just confused people, and also probably turned a lot of people off when I did things like the Trumper Show or making political songs, jokes. When I did, whatever, you guys know, I've done it all. But whatever I wound up doing, it may have pissed some people off, turned off some people. Maybe some people just don't care about art. They want to know they're getting something. They don't want to know every show is the unknown on this show that you don't know. I don't know what it's going to be. Like, how do you expect to know? I have no idea what I'm going to do in any moment. So like, that's the show. Thank you, Nick. You're awesome. And guys, I'm so sorry. I love you guys. And I absolutely hate, getting down. I mean, I'm a positivity guy, like at heart, you know that. The show's about that. It's an optimism show. But you know, this is the hope is like freaking depleted, you know, at least for me in this show. I still have hope that the world can find its heart. I just don't know if it's going to happen. You know, I always felt like this show was a heartbeat of some sort that kept something going that we don't have, which is a connection. But it's like, geez, well, Mark, if that was the case, people would want to come here and connect, you know? I mean, it's been a live channel every day for people to connect. Whether they like the content I create or not, there's still awesome people that are here in the chat every day. They're awesome. They're such good people. They come here to support this show and to hang out and chat. And I feel bad for all the people that didn't get to hang out with them. To hang out with S. Coop and Leisure 7 and Main Girl and Renee Woods. That's something I feel bad about for you, because these people are awesome. Good people in the chat. And they deserve to have you here. Like, they deserved more of you guys. More optimistic people that want some art, that are up for some music and some comedy. So anyway, rant I did not want to get into tonight. That's why I was trying to just go through songs. And then I saw you guys saying, oh, I miss Mark. I'm like, fuck, I got to go out and say something today after my son beat the shit out of me just a little while ago mentally. You know? But that's also, like I said, he said something very interesting. He goes, it's hard for you to see because you're too close to it. He goes, sometimes it's easier for people who are not close to it to see it, you know? And he's like, and what I could see, he's like, you know, any CEO would make a decision a long time ago, being like, all right, not working. We got to make a change. You know, like beating a freaking wall every day, expecting the wall to go down, and it never does. You come back again tomorrow to keep beating that stupid wall. You know what I mean? Like, that's what this show has been. Every day I kept showing up with a sledgehammer, hitting a wall that's 6 feet thick, and it's not even making a dent. And I'm like, oh, tomorrow I'll go back and do it again. Maybe I'm almost there, guys. You know, and it's like, oh, I'll try this one. I'll get a bigger drill. And like nothing works, you know? And there's this like freaking hole inside of my heart where it's just like, it's so hard for me to accept this, because it's like I've never had anything go viral. 4,600 pieces, not one piece has ever gone viral. And I said to my son, I said, so you want to say I'm not shadow banned? The one thing I can tell you when I started the show is they said, be consistent. Just be consistent. Post is, you know, make sure you keep posting often. I was like, well, okay, well, how about going live every day for 1,991 days in a row, putting out 4,600 pieces of content, 10 feature films, and 209 songs on iTunes and Spotify. And nothing's ever gone viral. Is that consistent enough for you? When people go viral after putting out one piece of content or 5 pieces of content, I put out 6 years in a row daily of content. Not one thing has ever gone viral. And guys, I don't know, maybe I can't speak English, and maybe I'm not funny, and maybe there's nothing interesting about me, and my songs suck, my voice is terrible, and I can't play guitar at all. I don't know. And maybe the drum I invented that's the most powerful drum on earth is not the most powerful drum on earth. It doesn't help people with special needs, even though I've seen people with special needs change in front of my eyes. None of that matters. None of it's true. I'm freaking mental. Maybe that's the case. Maybe I'm just mental. I'm pretty sure I'm mental. You know? When you go and hear and see all the craziness, you're like, that dude's fucking mental. You know? Oh, goodness. A bigger drill! Oh, goodness. I'll tell you what, guys. Tomorrow it is... I don't know if it's the last cover song night. I think it's the last cover song night of the streak. So if you have any requests you want to see or hear, make sure you send them in. Leave a comment on the YouTube channel, and let me know. Let me know what you'd like to hear tomorrow. I'm going to try to play as many as I can, and this next 9 days, my plan is to play as much music as possible. I don't know about the comedy. Like I said, I'm just not sure if it's even funny, you know? Oh, goodness. The world is dumb. I agree with you, Chris. The darkest hour doesn't come in the night. Ooh, I like that, Kato. Can you do me a favor? Can you write that tomorrow to me on the chat? We're going to, even within cover song night, I'm going to write a song called The Darkest Hour Doesn't Come in the Night. I like that. That is really cool. Yeah, I hate like the self-deprecating shit. I'm sorry. Like, I don't believe any of that. I don't believe this show's bad. I don't. I'm sorry. Like, there's nothing inside me that thinks anything I do is bad. I think it's all creative, whether or not it's your liking or not. My facial expressions, the mannerisms, the way the intonation in my voice every time I do anything comedic, I think it's funny. Whether or not you think it's funny, it is subjective. It is. But I'm pretty sure I'm hilarious. I just don't fucking know. I'm pretty sure my songs are ridiculous. I just don't know. I'm pretty sure I could play guitar better than a lot of people on planet Earth. It doesn't fucking matter. Because I can't make a penny for it. So that's the bigger thing. It doesn't matter if I think I'm good. It doesn't matter if I think any of my content is good. It doesn't seem the world does. And that is the biggest kick in the chest when you actually do think you're creating good content. Is when no one seems to want to buy it, come or watch it, or be there for the lives. That is the biggest kick in the chest when you do believe you're creating good stuff. Now, that would be the ultimate mind F. If I wind up realizing I'm not funny, the music sucks, my guitar playing's terrible, my voice is horrible, my songs are not catchy, I'm not a passionate singer, and every time I sing, it sounds like a fucking duck. I don't know. I do remind myself of this, I'm reminded of this Twilight Zone episode where this beautiful girl is being treated like this ugly pig. And when you realize later that all the people are like, you know, thinking she's an outcast, are pigs. Literally, the camera turns and they're all freaking pig faces. And they're saying that she's ugly because she's different. She's different. She's ugly to the pig world. And it's like, that's like where I feel like I am at this point. There's all this shitty negative content out there. And then this has been pure form energy every day. Live creation, art, music, comedy, truth, the moment. And it's like, what? And then I've watched like the real estate market's doing this, right? And I'm still here with the show, you know, and the real estate market's doing this, and I'm a realtor. I got 3 kids and a wife, and I'm watching this with the economy and everything going this way, and inflation. Everybody's like, no, it's horrible. Everything's horrible, and there's nothing on. Nobody's listing their homes. This is a terrible time in history, and they're pretending they're propping up. It's ridiculous. And I'm watching this, and I'm seeing here's the show, and I'm like, okay, now these things are about to intersect. Real estate market and my non-existent, you know, income for a show that I've been going live for 6 years. And I'm watching this and I'm thinking to myself, what do I do? What do I do? If there is no property, I can't make a living doing this, and what, go fucking McDonald's or something? Like, and start serving, you know, like, you go out in the street in New York and start strumming my guitar and see if I can make a couple bucks. Like, what do you do when the market turns to shit and you can't get anybody to get excited about the show, and you're like, okay, now I have to switch the whole show. The streak comes to an end and it's a whole different show, or it's no show and there's just a random pop on every once in a while. I don't know. This is free flowing at this moment. I have no idea where it's going. And many times I've said this and then I just kept going. I know I can't do it this time, because now I have my kids that are expecting me and asking me and saying, you got to stop. I kind of always said, I was like, and it's a weird thing, but like, I said a long time ago, if my wife ever tells me I have to stop the show, I have to stop. I'm stopping the streak. And about 1.5 years ago, she's like, you got to stop the show. And then she's like, you got to stop doing long shows. You got to stop. You got to focus on real estate. Back then she was saying this. And I was like, okay, I'll just do shorter shows. So I kept holding on and kept going. But now it's like, wife and kids are like, all right, Dad, how many people were on last night? And this is the thing that bothered me. He goes, I popped on one night and there were 5 people watching you. He's like, you've been on for 1,900 days in a row. 5 people were watching you on YouTube. And he's like, what are you doing this for? And it sucks, guys, when your 15-year-old kid looks at you and says that. It sucks. When you've put every effort possible out there, and 5 people were watching that night, the one time he pops on, 5, and I know who it was. It was S. Coop. It was Renee. It was Pamela. It was Helen K. Gale Townsend. It was Nick Carr. It was Warren Fissel. It was Leisure Number 7. It was Barella. Because you guys have been, and Andrew, you guys are always supporting the show. Trish Killian. I'm looking out, and then that's probably who he saw. You know? And, man, it sucks. You know what? Here's a crazier thought. This is mind-blowing. I've never had the feeling, like that warm feeling that comes over you when a piece of content does get exposed and people do like it and watch it. Do you know that? 4,600 pieces of content, 10 feature films, 209 songs on iTunes. I've never once got that feeling of like, wow, my art is being appreciated. Can you believe that? I've gotten the opposite where I'm like, and I'm pretty sure that song fucking rocks. And then like I'm here questioning. I'm like, what? Oh, let me put another one out. But I've never had that feeling that many creators have where they're like, they look down and they see a piece of content they posted and they're like, people are watching that. That's weird, man. That's weird. And there's many, many moments that should have gotten that, should have given me that, at least. That, good job, Mark. You created something that people like. Never gotten that feeling in 5+ years. I've manufactured it for myself. I've had to be my biggest fan. That's pretty mental. That's the only way that any of this existed, is I had to believe in myself. And that's tough when you're all alone in a room. That is tough. But I did it. I at least got to 1991. You know, we're here. That's pretty freaking solid. You know, I'm not saying I'm not coming back tomorrow. I am coming back tomorrow. I'm just saying that and there's 9 days until this streak comes to a close. And the countdown's now, you know, my kid is, I know tomorrow he's going to be 8 days, Dad. 8 days. And he said something else that kicked me in the freaking face. Oh, that one I don't want to say because it's going to probably make me cry. But he said something that basically just said, you know, good, get your streak, you know, finish the streak, and then focus on beat seat, focus on the real estate. And then you'll also have more time to spend with us. Now, the honest truth about that is I try my best almost every day to wait until they're all going to bed. Like my daughter's in bed, my wife's sitting with my daughter, and I'm like, okay, this is a good time for me to go and do the show. My older two are upstairs, they're on their phone, they're talking to their friends. My son's playing a game, my daughter's on the phone with her friends. So I'm like, that I can go and start the show. So him saying that is just more of a way to just be like, because I really don't feel I take away from time with them. But that being said, if I wasn't rushing over here at 10 o'clock to do a show every night, I would be in there in case they came down later on and I'm there watching TV or something and they come walking by. We have a little chat. There is something there. And so he made that point also. And I want to spend as much time as I can with my kids. Because, for example, he and my oldest, the one that just graduated 8th and going to 9th, they want nothing to do with us anymore. Well, at least with me. My wife drives them everywhere. She's like, but they don't want it. They're like, all right, yeah, no, we don't want, leave me here. Like, they're embarrassed by their parents. That's the world we live in today. They're just like, oh, no, I have parents. Let me get out of the car here. I don't want my friends to know. No, the teenagers don't want to chat. They want $20. Goodness. Yeah, no, look, it's been a long time coming. I mean, honestly, it's like, I think it was like day 1900. I was like, or 1920. I was like, guys, like 60 or 80 days here to try to get the show to explode, or else I got to stop this fucking show. And it's like every day I did 2 shows a day for so long here. And it's like nothing takes. No. And it's like, I think I'm cursed. I think the show, whatever I'm doing, that's why I kind of have this weird feeling we're in biblical times. I do. I feel like we're in biblical times right now. And the only thing I can see is that every song I write speaks so strong to the truth that we live in that I believe I'm persecuted because of that. I think it's because of the songs. I think my songs are so powerful because they're written live in the moment. And when you hear stuff like propaganda left and right, it's all you ever see because you're the enemy. And you're like, holy cow, Mark, that's really cool. Did you take out a pen and spend 6 hours writing that line? No, the moment brought it to us. If you were here, you would have seen it. And now you have the song. It's called The Enemy. And it's like all of these powerful words came out of the moment, this moment. The one the creator created this all in a however many days ago or whatever it is. But this moment started it all. It ends it all. We're in it. And it's like, if there's a guy out there who's controlling this narrative, and we know they are out there, and I'm pretty sure now I know what's going on. I told you guys the other day, I had a conversation with someone the other day, and he said to me, oh no, I could still see my point of view online. And he was saying it thinking that his point of view is the one being suppressed. And I don't want to get political, so I'll just say this as blanket statement as possible. He believed that his point of view was the one being suppressed. And if you want to know what his point of view is, it's the one that's running this country right now. The one where people could feel like and be whatever the hell they want. And he thought to himself that that is what's being suppressed. And so he goes, I could still find my point of views on, on X and on YouTube and all my channels. I could still find it when I search. I'm like, you don't understand, dude. I'm trying to tell you that that's all we see. Me as a guy who never wants to see that horse crap, all I see is that horse crap. What I'm telling you, and I don't think you understand this, is that people like me who speak the truth, people like me who live in the moment and allow the creator to bring you messages, those are the ones that are being suppressed and sidetracked and persecuted. Not the freaking mental cases that woke up today and they're like, I'm a zebra. No. And he was like, he literally looked at me like this, because I know what's going on. AI has taken over completely across the board. AI runs everything. AI runs the division of this world. And when I go on X, and when I go on all these channels, and on TikTok, and on Clapper, and I scroll, the algorithm from AI sends me divisive content. And it's always these fucking whack jobs who woke up this morning and they feel like a giraffe. And now you got to tell them they have spots, and you see the spots. And it's like, scroll. I'm so proud that my license says female now, but I see a freaking neck chin, like the gull. And so, and we're living in the twilight zone because now I'm getting angry, right? I'm scrolling and getting angry. And I'm like, I hate this. And then you see the president and all of his little crony goons saying, I can't wait for 4 more years of this. And then it's just like I'm in the twilight zone because I'm getting pissed off as I scroll and see all this. Now, switch it. That friggin' whack job the other day, whose daughter woke up this morning and said that they're trying out for the men's swim team. He's like scrolling and seeing, are you kidding me? Sleeps over, Joey's pooping in a triple diaper. And he's scrolling and scrolling and scrolling. And he goes, are you kidding me? Sleepy poo? Wake up, Joe. Are you, what up there? Big league. And he's scrolling, seeing more Trump, right? And so now he's pissed off. He's seeing the thing he doesn't want to see. He says he's got to search to find his, I don't even know if I can say the word, but I'm going to say it anyway, socialism. He says he has to search. He's like, I can find it. I don't have to search. It's the motherfucking only thing I see when I search or when I'm online. I'll go on X right now. First thing I see, some wackadoo, some mental case with a beard and a dress on, proud of themselves for going to work that day in a dress, you know? Bubba says he likes my Trump impression. Guys, when Donald Trump is winning big league. Guys, Butterfly over here said better to be pissed off than pissed on. So true. I've been pissed on, though, for 2,000 days in a row by these bastards. It's funny, I saw my dad earlier when we were having everybody's together for my daughter's graduation. And my dad goes, you know, I think what happened is, he goes, when you made up that name for that guy, and I go, what guy? He goes, the one that owns the social media platforms. I said, oh, Zuckerdick? He goes, yeah, when you came up with that, he goes, I think that was kind of, I think they got upset at that. I was like, maybe, but I was already suppressed when I called him Zuckerdick. I was already suppressed when I called him Zuckerchooch. Like, those are just, and when I was already suppressed when I created the first face swap of Elon Musk and Mark Zuckerdick. They're having a conversation, and Elon Musk says, Mark, your platform sucks. And, you know, so Zucker said, I have a great platform. And they're having this back and forth. And he goes, Facebook's the best because Facebook sucks. Or whatever. So I said, Facebook sucks. That's how it all started. But we were already in a hole on Zucker Dick Chooch book at that point. So I told him, I said, look, I think the big thing for me is when I did the Donald Trump show. Unfortunately, I shouldn't have done that show. It is probably the funniest thing I've ever created. It's 4 hours of face swaps. It's Donald Trump literally roasting everybody for 4 hours. Dr. Evil's in it. Number 2. Number 2, they're all in it. Frau, even Frau's in it. Frau Fairfield, whatever the hell her name is. Will Ferrell makes a cameo. No, Dr. Evil. I forget how he is. It's a pretty good impression, actually. I think I nailed it. George Soros, Dr. Weasel Faraci, President G-Hole. I've come up with a lot of silly names here, guys. Iowa guy, you're awesome. Yeah, we've come up with a lot of silly names here. One of them, my favorite ones was, and she's no longer in office, I don't think. Is Nancy Pelosi still in office? I did 3 episodes of Nancy Pelosi on the Donald Trump show. Pelosi, she's there. She's killing everybody because she's poisoned. Everything she touches turns to poison. She's Nancy Pelosi. So, you know, I come up with crazy names. President G, there's a couple great episodes. Episode 11 of the Donald Trump show. This is all in the movie, by the way. I made a full 4-hour movie out of it. But episode 11, which is roughly, let's call it an hour into the movie, President Trump calls President Xi, and he tells him he's a G-hole over the phone. And President Xi's talking to him in Chinese. That's the funniest part. He's like, are you kidding me? You couldn't get me the, like the translated version? Oh, man. That's right. Oh, thank you, Chris. I appreciate you guys. Thank you. And look, I hope, that you guys will do me a favor if, the day comes that I'm not on and you show up and you're like, man, I really wish there was a live show right now. All of the shows are there. Please go back and push play on something. I'm pretty sure all of the live chats are still also there too. So you'll at least be able to see what people were saying when they were watching the show. Whoever was live when that show went live, Those live chats should all still be there, so you should be able to see what was said and who was in the chat. If someone was saying, this guy's terrible. YouTube. That's a YouTube moderator there, and that came in there. Wackadoo. Oh, goodness. So we had some fun. An hour and a half. That goes up. There we go. You see that? Elgatoed. Goodness. So, guys, I do appreciate you being with me. And sorry for the rant. This is hard for me to vocalize all these things that I know. All good things come to an end. I think this is a very good thing. I think it's a great thing. I just can't get anybody out there who is a power at B, who can generate some sort of income through ads or whatever to feel the same way. It'd be awesome if some company was like, dude, I love what you do. I'll pay you each month. Just go out there and every day do an ad of my 3 companies and my 5 companies. Yeah, man. I don't like the script, but you give me a script, I'll do a freaking script. Especially ads. I'm reading it. Actually, I just read it once and then after I improvise. But a lot of other things I had planned, to do once we got to that level. But that's something I can't relate to. Can't relate to any of it. I just relate to being able to... I know how to create content. That I know how to do. I just don't know how to get it out once I create it. I know how to put it... I know how to push, enter and upload. And I know how to put it on each of my channels. On Clapper, on TikTok, on YouTube, on Facebook, on Twitch, on DLive. I know how to do that. Rumble, same thing. I was thinking about it earlier. I'm like, this show's been on Rumble for like 2.5 years now, and nobody watches the show on Rumble. And I'm like, maybe it's just the freaking flow. Maybe it's the show. People just don't like a variety show with me hosting it. I don't know. I just don't understand how no platform has taken to this show in 5+ years. I'm at a loss. I'm really at a loss. Magoo. 12:45. 12:45. Didn't intend to do an hour and a half. I wasn't going to even talk. I was going to play songs and jam out and just get it all out through music. Thanks, Andrea and Pamela, bringing me out to speak and letting all this out. Oh, goodness. The one thing I do have to at least continue to lead with is to always be completely transparent with you. I've done that since day one. How I feel is how I speak. I don't sugarcoat, and that's probably many of the reasons, or one of the many reasons why the streak has to come to an end is because I didn't sugarcoat. I didn't keep the powers of at bay. Like I just went full force and was just like, I don't give a fuck. Smoke dog, And it's been a freaking ball, I gotta say. Like, it was kind of crazy that I drove towards the sun like I could do it. Like, I got this, you know what I mean? Like, people do that are, like, financially set. They're set. There's generation, next generation, the one after that, they're like, all right, I'm going into the sun. I don't give a what you think. I'm a realtor. What was I thinking? Oh, goodness. I gotta go sell real estate. By the way, if you guys ever need to buy or sell real estate, consider the guy who's shown up every day for the last 5+ years. I am very, very focused all day long on trying to transact for my clients, find new property for my clients, create video and content for my clients. And this has been just a joy to show up here every night and let the stresses of the world out. That's the best way I could say what's happier. Live creation, live art, and getting out that stress that we all have on a daily basis and connecting. So, it's been a ball. Andrea O'Neill, Barella, Bubba News, my brother, Chris Donaldson, Jack Servold, my friend Cato Nine Tails in the house, Leisure number 7, my brother. Let's see. Dan Taylor on Facebook just sent a friend request. I'm not sure if that's anybody who's with us here, but if you are, you rock, Dan. Cato, right? Main Girl, Modoc Roughstock. It's my brother. Nick Carr, Pamela Swan, Renee Woods, Trish Killian, Virginia. Who else just popped in? I saw someone just come in here. The screen just got Iowa Guidant. I love it. I haven't been to Iowa yet. I wanted to go and see the whole world. It would be pretty cool to see it all. You know, get out there, travel across the country, get on a plane, crop duster, you know, chemtrailing it. Look, there's a field over there. Go land. No, hold on. We just have to chemtrail this one area here in the sky. And then we'll go over there to that field. Right? I never got a call to go to do the chemtrail, you know, burst. Iowa. Guys, if we don't depopulate, you know, like 2030. This is the stuff that gets me in trouble when I make comedy like that, guys. I'm a goose. Over here on a clapper, I got a Janasia Warrior in the house, Martin Guerrero, OG, Garima, and Adelia. Good to see you guys. Thank you for being here with me. Hope you'll head over to YouTube and subscribe for the next 9 days, guys. You don't want to miss it. 8 more days. We're going to hit 2,000 days in a row, maybe 2001, Space Odyssey style. I will see you tomorrow. Until then, you got to go.